Guys, this is Penny and welcome back to my channel. Tonight we're going to talk about the child tax credit and the additional child tax credit. So when you hear that each child is worth $2,000, but then when you get your tax return time and you're looking at it and you're not seeing that full $2,000 per child, let's say you have two or three kids and you're looking for a $4,000 or $6,000 number, I'm going to show you why you may or may not see it and how it's broke up. Let's start with your W-2. This person has a W-2 here and they only made $10,000 last year. So we're going to take that $10,000 from box 1 there and we're going to put it on your 1040 tax return. See, 1A has $10,000. Well, they have no other income, no self-employment, no tip income, no other income that they have at all. So when you go down to line 9, that's going to say that full $10,000 because that's the only income they have. But because they have one child and they are claiming head of household, their standard deduction is going to be that $19,400, which reduces all of their income down to 0 for taxable income. Essentially, none of your income is going to be taxed until you make at least $19,400 if you are a single parent with at least one child or have a parent that you're taking care of. Let's go to page 2. When you see that there says on line 16, 0 tax due. Line 19 is the child tax credit or tax or credit for other dependents from Schedule 8812. Well, what that credit is, the child tax credit is that $2,000 and that other dependent is valued at $500. And that's the children that are age 17 by December 31st or older, or if you have a parent living with you and that is your dependent. Okay? If you don't owe any taxes because your income has 0 taxable income, you do not qualify for the child tax credit or the credit for other dependents. That doesn't mean you're not going to get any money for them, but the child tax credit and additional dependent credit is not an option. So let me show you what is an option. Here's the form, that 8812 for credits for qualifying children and other dependents. Again, $10,000, 0 is available for credit because you don't owe any taxes. So then what your tax preparer does, they bring it over to a schedule and they put in some numbers. They look at the number of children that you have under the age of 17. They take it times 1,500, which is the additional child tax credit that you can qualify for. Of that $2,000, only $1,500 per child is possibly refundable. Okay? And I say possibly because there's a formula involved. What the IRS does is they look at your earned income. In this taxpayer's situation, she made $10,000. Is the income more than $2,500? If you made less than $2,500 at all of your jobs and your sources of earned income, you don't qualify for any of that $2,000. This is the additional child tax credit and you won't qualify for any of that either. So essentially, it doesn't matter if you have 1, 2, 3, or 5 kids, none of that credit is going to be available to you because you didn't make at least $2,500 of earned income. This is a credit that is directly related to your income and based on a percentage of your income. In this case, though, the lady made $10,000. So we will subtract that $2,500 because that's what the IRS says you have to subtract to come up with a value that they will determine your child or additional child tax credit on. In this situation, it's $7,500. They then take that $7,500 and they multiply it by 15%. That comes out to $1,125. This is the maximum additional child tax credit that you will earn on your tax return, regardless whether you have one child or 10 children. It is directly related to how much you earned minus the 2,500 times 15%. That is the maximum additional child tax credit you could get. So when you come in here and you're looking at your return and you're not seeing that $2,000 for child, this is exactly why. Now, if I were to say this woman made $30,000, we subtract out that $2,500 because we have to. That's what the IRS rules are. That comes up with 27,500. I can't read tonight, sorry. You take that amount times 15%, and now her maximum credit is $4,125 that she could possibly get. They look at this magic number here, that 1,500, which is the one child under age 17 times 1,500 for 1,500. Her credit for that child is going to be $1,500 refundable. Now, if she has 3 children, that number is going to be 4,500. And look, $4,500 is what she could get, but the maximum she could get is only $4,125. She's going to get the smaller of these two. And again, she's only going to see that $4,125 of possible refundable income. So, if you don't understand why you're not getting that $2,000, just simply ask your tax preparer to go over this formula with you to see where it comes out. But this is why each child may or may not be worth that full $2,000. Folks, you have a great rest of your night, and if you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Always happy to help you. Have a great night. Bye.